Part 3, here's the interview with Elon Musk and the rest of the Doge crew. We finally asked the one question on our mind. Who's big balls?
It's me.
That should be obvious.
Why do they call you big balls?
I just said it as my LinkedIn username.
Okay.
Well, people on LinkedIn take themselves like super seriously, and they're pretty adverse to risk. And I was like, well, I want to be neither of those things. So I said it, and honestly, I didn't even think anyone would notice.
Yeah.
So what do you
LinkedIn
do?
is so cringe.
What does big balls do?
Right now, I'm working on some payment computer stuff. So one of our initiatives is to root out fraud and waste. And to do that, we started looking at the payment computers. And as mentioned earlier,
What if the government was wasting billions of your taxpayer dollars and no one was held accountable? Elon Musk and his team at Doge are risking everything to stop it. Are they heroes or troublemakers? Elon Musk addresses the nickname Big Balls, explaining that it originated from his LinkedIn profile. Initially, he thought the name would be amusing because people on LinkedIn tend to take themselves very seriously. The reaction was unexpected, and the name stuck. Musk's explanation highlights his tendency to challenge societal norms, even in something as trivial as an online profile name. Musk's primary focus, however, is not his LinkedIn persona, but addressing significant issues in government spending. He emphasized his dedication to eliminating waste and fraud in government systems, a pressing initiative for him. One problem he often highlights is the lack of accountability in public financial systems. For example, Musk pointed out that when large sums of money are allocated to specific projects, the common response to questions about where the funds go is often, "I don't know." This lack of transparency creates a fertile ground for waste, inefficiency, and corruption. Musk's team has been working to reform these systems despite facing significant resistance. The pushback has been intense, with threats, protests, and even calls for violence against them. These efforts have not come without personal costs, including strained relationships. However, Musk remains steadfast, believing that the work is worth the risks. His commitment to reform is grounded in his sense of purpose, which he felt strongly enough about to leave Harvard. Despite the challenges, he believes these changes are essential for a more efficient, accountable government. Musk described the work ethic at Doge, noting that the team often works through the night without adhering to a traditional work week. The dedication to the mission is evident, with the team focused on achieving meaningful reform. Musk emphasized that these long hours are justified, as the potential impact of their work is immense. They're not just working for financial gain, but to improve a broken system. The ultimate reward, he believes, will be the long-term societal benefits. There has been notable interest from government employees frustrated by bureaucracy. Musk's team has collaborated with these employees, helping them gain the resources necessary to push for change.
Expect taxpayer money.
I mean, there's no incentive to if you work in the government. I think the incentives will always decide the outcomes.
Yes.
Do you guys feel like you're putting yourself at risk by doing this because you're stirring up so much hostility by these people ripping us off?
100%. Well, we don't need to speculate about that. You can see online in the protests that they make that very clear. I mean, I've been hanged in effigy many times. And there have been people that have actively advocated at these violent protests for my death, and have also advocated for the death of the people at Doge.
I think the young folks of us have gotten email threats from reporters and the public alike. I think, speaking for myself,
While many in the system are eager to improve processes, they often face institutional barriers. Doge seeks to empower these individuals, enabling them to make a meaningful difference. Musk pointed out that the goal isn't just for his team to drive change, but for the entire ecosystem of government employees to work collaboratively toward reform. Musk emphasized that the aim of Doge's work is not to dismantle government institutions, but to enhance their efficiency. Many government employees want to do meaningful work, but are constrained by the inefficiencies of outdated systems. By providing tools and resources to those within the system, Doge hopes to facilitate improvements and modernize government operations. Musk believes that the collaborative approach is key to long-term success, ensuring that reform comes from within rather than being imposed from the outside. Despite their progress, Doge has faced criticism, particularly from political figures. Some Democratic politicians argue that reducing government size and cutting certain programs could harm essential services. They also claim that Doge has overstated its savings or gone too far with certain cuts. Musk acknowledged these concerns but remains committed to the idea that reducing waste and inefficiency is the only way to ensure that taxpayer money is spent effectively. Musk recognized that their efforts could be undone by future administrations, but he remains confident that the changes they've implemented are designed to be difficult to reverse. The goal, Musk explained, is to create a framework that future leaders will find difficult to dismantle, thus protecting the gains made so far. One of the key results of Doge's efforts has been increased government efficiency. Musk highlighted significant savings achieved by addressing inefficiencies in operations. For example, the retirement process, which once relied heavily on paper and was notoriously slow, has been digitized. Retirees can now submit and process their paperwork online, speeding up the process and reducing costs. These improvements, though seemingly minor, have had a substantial impact when implemented across the entire federal system. Musk's team has also focused on procurement, working to streamline the government's purchasing processes. These changes, Musk explained, might seem like small adjustments, but when scaled to the entire government, they have the potential to save billions. By reducing inefficiency and waste, Doge's work is starting to make a tangible difference in government operations. Musk acknowledged that this is just the beginning. While they've saved billions of dollars, there is still much to be done. Eradicating waste and fraud is a long-term endeavor. Musk emphasized that the key to lasting change is to remain vigilant. As soon as the system becomes complacent, the issues of waste and fraud could return. Therefore, it's essential to ensure that the reforms are protected and maintained for the future. The ultimate goal of Doge's reforms, Musk reiterated, is to create a government that is fully accountable to its citizens. The savings generated by their efforts are important, but the real victory will come when every dollar of taxpayer money is spent efficiently with complete transparency.
Ainsley and Lawrence, Department of Government Efficiency and Elon Musk say they've already saved billions of dollars for U.S. taxpayers, $160 billion according to the department, which breaks down to about $1,000 a taxpayer. Ways to go, though, to the $2 trillion Musk initially targeted. Doge has slashed federal programs, employees, and entire departments.
Is Doge just getting started? This is a long-term enterprise.
It's a long-term enterprise because if we take our eye off the ball, the waste and fraud will come roaring back.
They can Doge when Democrats get back in power.
We're trying to have it be such that the funding is removed, so the grants are gone. So there's a lot of work required to restart the waste and fraud.
Musk's special government employee status is scheduled to end May 30th. He also says he's going to be spending more time at Tesla. Democrats.
Musk and his team are driven by this vision, even as they face opposition and criticism. Musk also acknowledged the political realities of their work. While they've made significant progress, the political landscape is ever-changing. Future administrations could try to reverse these reforms, but Musk is confident that the changes they've made are robust enough to withstand political shifts. The work they've done so far has laid a strong foundation, one that will be hard to dismantle. Musk remains optimistic about the future. Although the road ahead is still full of challenges, he believes that the work Doge is doing will have a lasting impact on government efficiency. The team is determined to continue pushing forward, building on the reforms they've already implemented, and expanding their efforts to other areas. Musk believes that the work they are doing will ultimately result in a more accountable, transparent, and efficient government.